Hey, Justin.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for doing this, man. This is awesome.
Thanks for having me.
All right, cool. Perfect.
That's good.
Awesome. Hey, I want to go ahead and start with prayer. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much for this platform, God. I pray that each and every episode reaches somebody. If it could reach at least one person, I'm perfectly fine with that, Lord. It reaches me. So I'm perfectly fine with that too if nobody listens. God, I really enjoy the opportunity to speak with these children of God about their ministries and their testimonies. And I am honored and humbled that you have given us this platform to do that. Lord, I pray for an awesome conversation tonight with Justin. Thank you so much. Amen.
Amen.
Justin Forshaw, how are you, man?
Good. I'm getting a little lag, and I think I know why. I have a repeater that expands the internet, but it doesn't do a very good job. And my main computer should sync to my normal router, but sometimes it bounces over and then it lags. So it's a real bummer when I'm watching a football game and it lags and it freezes right at a crucial moment. And I'm like, no, what's happening right now?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the best internet.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't really either, but it works. In the middle of nowhere. I'm up in like the most northwest tip of the continental United States. I'm basically right there. So internet has slowly made its way to us.
That sounds peaceful.
Yeah, yeah, it can be.
I went most of the year without Facebook on my phone, and it was very peaceful.
Yeah, your life improved significantly.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
Yeah, right on. I do the post and ghost thing sometimes, and then I'll just delete it off my phone. If you force yourself to just have to be on a computer sitting down, it's a little bit more of it's an easier thing to walk away from as opposed to what's going on here? This is stupid.
Yeah. So I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw a post that you made, and I was like, man, I haven't asked him yet to come onto the show. Let me shoot him a message. So I reached out to you, introduced myself, and we were able to set this up. And I think it was the very next day that I saw 2 or 3 posts about possible new As We Ascend music. And I reached out to you and I was like, I had no clue that you guys were releasing anything when I reached out to you. And we both agreed that it was God's timing. So I think that is perfect.
Yeah.
Because I was prepared to talk to you, but now we have such more exciting things to talk about. We had Les Carlson on last week, and we got to talk about his new music and everything. And I brought Jared from the Protest in to surprise him. That was cool.
Right on.
Then Andrew Stanton shared a little bit of the new supergroup World Gone Cold, which was a surprise to me. I had no clue that was coming.
Yeah.
And now this, we booked it before I even knew you guys had new music coming out. So it's just an awesome little theme that we got going on.
That's funny how that works.
Yeah.
Synergy or something like that. Some sort of weird, like it's out in the ether and then everything connects.
Yeah.
All these coincidences that are wrapped up into one thing.
Yeah. That's awesome. So you guys have officially started working on new music?
Yeah, it was thing, and I just threw a message out like, how's everybody doing? Because it's been obviously a crazy few years. And As We Ascend knew kind of going into it that we weren't going to be super active and try to tour all the time and make careers out of it. But we obviously love playing music and we love ministry and we love the brotherhood and artistry and everything that's involved. So I just threw a little hint out to Jake. Hey man, how you doing? Dude, I'd love to make some music. And he's, dude, yes. And like Robert got involved with it and talked to him a little bit. And sure enough, it's like, all right, now's the time. We all feel it. Feel like it's God's moving in that direction and we're all in a good place. So it's exciting. Awesome. I know it's been too long for sure.
That's cool. Yeah. Is it going to be a full album or an EP?
It should be. Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool.
Yeah, we need to make a full album. EPs are fun, but I feel like once you get a bunch of demos and a direction going, 3 to 5 songs doesn't quite do it. And since it's taken us forever, I think we're at like 5 years or something like that. It should be a full length. Maybe it should be a double length. Maybe we just do a double length album every year, and so we can have an excuse or something. Like, at least we gave you that.
I know that struggle. My band Letters to Corinth is currently going through that. I want to release the 5 songs that we're almost done working on, but I'm like, I want more on the release when we
I hear ya.
release it. Yeah. So I'm
Nice. Yeah, it's one of those things that it's yeah, you give them a teaser. There's so many rules of thought, man. You could do release a bunch of singles and then do something. That'd be cool too. Do like a bunch of singles every month and then do a double length at the end of a full album. So at the end of a year, you have a bunch of music. Who knows? It's like the Wild West now, man.
yeah.
There's a lot involved. The albums are a lot of work. So
Yes.
like it's one of those things that it's you don't just sit down and like, oh, okay, let's just throw an album out there. It's like, oh my goodness, you got the creative side of things, the production side of things, and marketing and radio. And yeah, it's not just, hey, let's just do a little album right now.
Yeah. Nope. So 11 tracks seems to be like a fair amount for an
Yeah,
album. Yeah.
that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. At least 11.
Yeah. Farewell to Midnight had 11 tracks on it. I think. Was it 11?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. I'm so bad at that. I shouldn't know that, but I probably have one floating around somewhere. I could
What-
look at it.
What's your favorite song off of Farewell to Midnight?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I don't know. I was listening through since we're getting ready to do some more stuff here, and they all have like for us we wrote and recorded everything in a very small amount of time, but it was themes and stuff that was on our heart, so it encapsulates a certain time period. There's some songs like I think, gosh, My Ghost is probably right now one of those songs that the riff came out way earlier than the song came together, and so it's one of those things that like there's something about that song. It's special. It reminds me kind of some of the We As Human vibe too. It's got and it's a really strong song. So right now I've been vibing that one.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I
it'll
was
rotate, man.
jamming to that one earlier.
Yeah, it's a good song, man. It's a good one. It's one of those ones that you don't really realize until you're past everything and you look back and go, okay, yeah, that's a really strong song.
Yeah. I like Tell Me and Hatchet. Those are my favorite. I love the live music video to Hatchet.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's a fun song for sure.
Yeah.
That riff is super fun. I was playing that a little while ago.
I believe Tell Me was the #1 song on your Spotify.
Yeah, Tell Me that was so our label executives, we had our fans become our label, and we had a group and we were bouncing ideas off of them and they were hearing the demos.
That's
and
cool.
We got to the point where it was like, okay, so what song should we release? What do you think is this? And that was like unanimous,
Yeah.
which was crazy. And I remember too, Jake, when we were in the studio, we had a studio in Spring Hill. It was right next door to his house. So he rented a house and then his neighbors moved out and it was dramatic. They just abandoned ship on the house. And so the landlord that owned both of the houses at the time was like, hey, we got this other house. I heard you needed a studio. So we basically moved all the stuff over next door to Jake's house and had this whole house studio. And I vividly remember laying on the couch. It was probably past midnight, man. It was probably 1 or 2 in the morning, and Jake was just going at it, like programming the electronic loop to that song and like throwing it out. I can't remember what Tell Me. He had that. I think he got it in the shower, like the line Tell Me. He was like, oh, tell me. I hear this like repeating Tell Me in a chorus. And okay, all right. And so I just remember being zonked out, laying on the couch, and him just go. It was like he was on a mission. And it came about. I think we had Josiah come in and do a co-write on that one too after we got a little demo going. So that was fun. It was a cool experience on that song.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and listen for the Josiah influence.
That was a good balance of ideas going back and forth. And I know a lot of people probably read into that one just because of what happened with our first project, but it wasn't just solely our perspective. There was a lot of there was a lot of different ideas going on. There's a lot of heartbreak coming from different directions, not just Jake and I. That's it's a getting getting screwed over song. So if anybody's ever been betrayed by somebody, I don't know if you ever listen to Jordan Peterson, but he talks about that, the oh, what's the word for it? The malevolent kind of character in your life that wishes you harm, that kind of makes you have to wise up. It's got a lot of that vibe to it. So yeah,
There you
it's a
go.
fun song.
I like the label executive idea. I've never seen anything like that before. I think that was really cool.
Thanks,
Um,
man. I want to take credit for that. I can't remember. It's been so long and my memory's so bad that I know it was a collective effort, but I think I had that idea. Like, hey, let's make the fans our label. It just sounds like a good idea until it's not. But no, it's great, man. Yeah, and we owe them another album, so we have to get this. Has to be our best work yet, and we're definitely we've already put the we have a group online and we've thrown it out there, and we're getting people stoked on it.
awesome. So did you guys already do the label executive for the new
Did we?
music?
No, we're like mid process or beginning process, but it's something that we, like I said, we told them they were going to do it a long time ago. There's some people that are probably upset that we haven't released something sooner, but we've had internal issues, just personal lives, and then COVID was,
Yeah.
oh, okay. And that shut down everything. I feel bad. I'm a contractor up in the Northwest, so I do that. I do music, but primarily for income. I build or remodel houses and do that. And I've been blessed because during COVID, it seemed to start a boom. All that money that was printed, thrown out there, everybody's like, yeah, let's remodel something. So I've been really busy, but a lot of musicians, it was just nothing. Everything shut down. People were scrambling and trying to figure out what to do. So it wasn't really a great time to release music or pay your bills, which isn't really historically a great thing for a lot of musicians anyway.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the pictures you've posted on Facebook of the remodeling that you do, and top-notch work, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm a craftsman, whether it's music or if it's like a building, I like making a beautiful space. So I have an eye for detail work and I like to do intricate stuff inside primarily. I'll do anything, but I like the really cool. I should start a HGTV show or something, hang out with Chip and Joanna.
No, you really should. I've seen the pictures on Facebook, and yeah, it's right up there with HGTV.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's fun, dude. It's weird how many things are similar with music and home building. Just even through the process of building a song. Hey, man, it can maybe more of a metaphorical way, but and then when you're dealing with artists and clients, there's a lot of that interpersonal stuff. With musicians, it's really strong. With people they're emoting a lot in the music and stuff. And when you're building someone's house, it's the same kind of thing. I do a little bit more of the artsy kind of high end stuff. I'm not super selective. I'll do anything, but I just have an eye for detail. It's nice when you have a good budget to work with so you can do some cool stuff. But that tends to be more of a vibe. You're trying to capture a vibe because somebody's gonna live in it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things, man. Being an artist and a craftsman, it's fun. But I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's always like the awkward segues or transitions, and man, somebody threw this out, and this may be fun for you or it may cause you grief, but if you ever get in a group of people, especially now that it's the holiday season, you'll notice when everybody's collectively talking and exchanging and stuff and it's loud, every about 7 minutes or so, there'll be like a lull. And then it'll get quiet and then it'll start again. And I don't know if that ties into like when people are just like a dialogue and then somebody kind of breaks and it gets quiet and then you like transition. I don't know, but it's funny. So if you notice that when you're hanging out with family, that it's an interesting, hilarious thing, and you can let somebody else in on it too, and then you'll have two people. Oh, dude, it just happened.
Hey, I'm going to a Christmas party Friday, so there's going to be a lot of people there. I'm gonna.
Yeah, see. I mean,
now it's not going to be avoidable. Now I'm going to notice it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, dude. It's fun, man. It gets weird.
Okay. in season 1, I used to do dad joke sessions. In season
Oh.
2, I'm doing something different because
Okay.
in the last 2 years, the dad jokes on the internet have not changed. They are just as corny and it's not funny anymore. So now we're doing different games. So I picked out 2 games for us to do. So one of them is going to be tic-tac-toe, and we're going to do it on the whiteboard.
Okay.
We have to draw our logos instead of using, and it could be sloppy, it doesn't matter. Instead of
Oh,
using,
it's gonna be.
yeah,
You should see how I sign my pads and my credit card, dude.
but it's all part of the fun.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the other one, which I'm probably going to do horrible at, is called 5 seconds rule.
Okay.
And
The problem is, like, when the pressure's on, it can get just totally bizarre.
yeah, so we'll take turns with the categories
Okay.
and we'll go until someone loses, which if that happens too soon, we'll just go again.
Oh, I'll lose. How are you gonna call it? Maybe not, but yeah.
All right, so
I overthink things, so
I'll go first. I'll give you the first category.
okay.
Christian bands.
Disciple, Red, Skillet.
All right, good job. That was 3 seconds. See, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
All right. All right, now your turn to pick a category.
Oh, okay. It can be anything, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, progressive death metal.
Metallica. Yeah. Oh,
No,
it's not my genre, man.
I know. I was
That was
testing
good
it.
though.
I don't know, dude. You could be into that. You could have named a bunch of stuff.
I know. I probably know a lot of people that would be able to.
Yeah.
Probably just disappointed a lot of people.
Maybe.
All right, so I lost that one. All right. All right. Okay, this one you'll probably tools.
Skill, saw, hammer, drill.
Okay.
Okay. How about trucks?
Ford F-150, Toyota, something, and that new EV one.
Oh, okay. The new EV. The
Yeah, the
Cybertruck.
yeah.
Or
No,
the
there was another one that I just saw.
Rivian? Is it the Rivian?
Yeah,
That's what it's called. It's got like the
Think so.
weird like front round lights on it.
yeah.
I think guy has one that drives by me all the time. I just stare at him like, dude, you got money, bro. That's 100 grand.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. I've seen one.
Nice.
Okay, we'll do one more round of this, then we'll move on to tic-tac-toe.
Okay.
Let me think. Movies.
Ooh, Count of Monte Cristo, Captain Ron, and Avatar.
That was about 5 seconds.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll go
Maybe
back and count it.
it.
All right. Probably gonna lose. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm thinking.
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
Are you gonna win? Yeah, you can. You gotta give yourself some grace, man.
Yeah.
National parks.
Weeki Eagle Lake, and Largo Central Park. That's probably that one.
Dude, there you go.
That's definitely not one. That's from my hometown, Largo.
Raising up my street down from where I grew up. It's a national park. I'm a treasure.
There's so many, I could have just probably made them up.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known. I was thinking like Yosemite. I got Olympic, and then yeah, I don't even know what would I do. Something Smoky Mountain.
Yeah, Smoky Mountains. I love that one. I could have thought
Smoky
of
Mountain,
that.
the Appalachian Trail, bro.
Yeah, I think I need to extend it to 15 seconds.
Yeah, I like the 5-second thing.
Yeah, it is fun. All right, let's do tic-tac-toe.
I don't ever use Zoom, so you're gonna have to instruct me on how to do this on here.
I've never played tic-tac-toe on here before, but I've used the whiteboard to keep a tally mark of mine and Andrew Stanton's jokes. We incorporated disciple song titles into our conversation.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Andrew and Josiah would be those two guys. They got the dad jokes.
Oh,
the puns. I think the puns, right? Isn't that the
yeah.
thing where they
Yeah,
like
they actually inspired that.
yeah, if you do a pun and they catch it, you're in trouble.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. We had a blast. I've had Josiah on here twice, and I'm trying to get him to come back. I think he said February because of how busy they are.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's when you're doing 1 or 2 episodes a week. That's right around the corner, really.
Nice. Busy guys.
Yeah.
I've been on their bus a few times. I've done a couple of tours with them. So
Yeah. That's cool.
and with a couple of different iterations of that band.
Yeah. I've seen a couple different iterations. The old disciple OG, I think is
The
what they
OG?
call it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
When Kevin
Oh,
was on bass, when Kevin was off of bass and they had a bass player. And it took a while before I got to see them again, but yeah.
nice. Yeah, it's like Jake's favorite band. So he's super nerd. And he got to play with them too.
Yeah.
A couple festivals or a festival.
That's
So
cool.
he was freaking out about it.
I think I saw him working with, I can't remember, Joel, I think his name is.
From the Grizzly Awards?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think I saw Jake in Okeechobee working with him doing some camera work, and I got to talk to him for a little bit. Yeah.
Okeechobee?
I recognized, yeah, in Okeechobee,
Dude, that is
Florida. He
amazing.
was working camera for the protest concert. Yeah, it was
Nice.
cool. It was a cool run in. I got excited when I saw him.
Dude, yes. Right on.
All right. Tic-tac-toe.
All righty.
I'll let you go first. You just pick a
I have
spot.
to draw my logo.
I think so, yeah.
Logo I can look at here. Let me just do so what do I do to draw? Click? Is it a right click thing? Is it
I think it's a left click.
It's not drawing.
Okay, there should be like a select and then a draw pencil on the left side.
Dude.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I'm Zoom illiterate. I know a lot of guys did, like when COVID was in full force, Zoom was it. I stayed away from it. I wanted to just go out and shake hands.
All right, well, where do you want your spot to be?
You draw my. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to do it for me.
Okay.
Am I the only one that's failed at this mission, or
I've never tried this with any other.
I gotcha.
So.
I'm sure Jake could figure this out, and then I could just cheat. Let's do the center. I want to be right in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for the silence, people. I'm trying to draw. That's about right. Okay, that'll work.
Anna. Anna.
Okay. This was a horrible idea.
It was.
For some reason, I did not expect it to be that troubling. All right, your turn.
Oh, dude, I expect all of this. Let's do a bottom.
All right, so we got the center and the bottom. I did a lowercase w for your logo.
Let's see if we can get a draw. Oh, that's opposite. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. But my right, your left.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's gonna be a
I'll just choose the opposite side of where I was gonna go.
Yeah.
There we go. Could ask my wife and kids. I'm not good with left and right, and I didn't anticipate this.
Dude.
Okay.
I'm gonna do. My son beats me at this, and he's 8. So, and my son loves death metal. So I'll come in here and get a sick groove going, and I'll put a microphone on for him, and he does these gutturals, like it's pro level screams. I'm not joking. I'm gonna release an album with him.
Do it.
Just do top, middle.
Top, middle. All right. Can't mess that up. I'm gonna get the logo right this time.
I'd draw like trees or something. I should sign all my credit card at the checkout when I buy stuff with fraud. Just write fraud.
Okay. For those who are listening to the podcast, here's a tic-tac-toe update. I currently have a position in the upper right-hand corner. That's right hand to you as well?
Yeah. You? Yeah, you're upper right.
And bottom middle and the middle left. And Justin has the top, middle, and I messed this part up. You know what? I should put yours over there, but you said to leave it.
No, it's all good. I'm just trying to get it to where it's a draw. I'll be happy.
Bottom left corner is supposed to be the bottom right corner, but I put it in the left.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have that attention to detail that you have.
No, that's cool. I'm not that picky. Let's do the bottom. Your left, then I guess. Am I right? You know what I'm saying?
This one?
Yeah.
There we go. I think I did that one right.
Yeah. It's kind of like that. It's like the metal version.
Yeah. Metal version of We Are the Body. I don't know. It lagged, so it like drew that extra line in there.
I like it. It's pretty good. Oh man, you set me up for the win here, huh?
I did.
You do
No, I
that.
did.
You do that on purpose, or you just
No, I really wanted to. I thought that I could go somewhere there.
I am the winner.
Winner. All right, cool.
Winner. So I'm not much of a gamer. I used to play. I'm pretty good at first person shooters, so some COD action. But Call of Duty Mobile, dude, I got sucked into that, and I'm really good at that game. And my wife gets mad at me. I'll play it like at nighttime when I'm chilling. It's nice on the phone because I can sneak it in here and there. Look like I'm doing business.
Dude, I love that game.
You play Call of Duty Mobile?
Yeah, I do.
We got to figure out how to get that on the show, and we'll play.
Yeah.
We can like set up a clan and just we can be on the same team and just make people that are on the stream watch.
Yeah. We definitely need to do that for real.
That's a fun game. But yeah, that's what when I'm playing any kind of mobile game. That's it.
All right. Let me see how to end the whiteboard. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. That was fun. I never know what I'm getting myself into when I do these games in sessions.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know, man. Never know till you try. You get all kinds of different people that are like genius level, and then guys like me that are a little bit needy in the brain department. You know what I'm saying?
So what first got you into music? How did you get into music?
Man, yeah, I think grunge was probably the biggest catalyst for me getting into music. I grew up in Port Orchard. So I live in a place called Sequim, Washington, and I was born in Port Angeles, which is really close by. But I moved to Port Orchard, which is about like a ferry boat ride, probably 30 minutes away from Seattle. So I was like right over there when the whole grunge thing was happening. And my stepdad listened to classic rock and like Jimi Hendrix and all that kind of stuff. And I was excited about it. He played guitar. My stepdad played guitar and he had like an old crate, like 212 amplifier and like a bootleg Strat. I think, yeah, I don't even think it was a real Strat, but it was cool. And so it was there. And then I saw a dude that was a little bit older than me wearing an Alice in Chains shirt walking down the street from my house. And then brought me into the circle where they're all hanging out and talking. I thought he was super cool. And I was like, oh, Alice in Chains, that's awesome. What's that all about? And then I put it together on my own. And this is back before the internet. So this is like, if you want to know what something is, you have to do a deep dive. You have to actually put the energy into finding out what Alice in Chains is and buy a physical album or sit on the radio and just wait. Oh, okay. So yeah, grunge was big. I like Pearl Jam. I had their first couple albums. That was cool. And then Alice in Chains was like my favorite because it was a little bit more guitar driven and dark, which the lyric content was awful, but the music was great. So that was what really started my process. I got saved when I was 17. And then from doing that, switched over to Christian music and playing in a church, which Christian music, some of it's good. The hard rock was good. At the time, gosh, one of my favorite bands, dude. That was a big Pillar. So I don't know if you're a Pillar fan.
Gosh.
Yeah, dude, Pillar's like my favorite rock band, dude. Definitely Christian rock, but like their music still stands the test of time. And maybe I'm just doing the old guy thing, but yeah, I love those guys. So that was huge when I discovered those guys. And
I think they're coming out with something. I heard they're
dude,
coming
somebody
out.
said that. Were you the one that posted that on my page? Somebody said something about Pillar, and I tagged Mike. I don't know if I was in bad cell coverage, so it didn't go
No,
through.
I think I saw one of the radio stations was pumping up a lot of new music next year, and Pillar was on that list. So who knows? I'm hoping because Pillar was my favorite band.
Yeah, Pillar's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Lester on drums, dude.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
trying, like, Robert's good friends with Lester, so we used to go over and record stuff at at Lester's studio, basically, which was, it
That's
was
awesome.
Robert and Lester's joint studio because Robert was working out of it. But yeah, dude, Lester, I'd be like, dude, this is so weird. And I heard from Robert that they like, or that he likes some of our music, and I was fangirling pretty hard about that. But dude, I've always loved Pillar, man. I listen to them a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was those guys on the Christian side of things. But I always felt a calling. I know people say that, and but it was real, man. I had a pastor tell me basically, I can see you playing for thousands of people, and I was like, oh, that's cool. You never know how to take that. And I felt like that was something that God had for me to do. And it's interesting because music is so personal, and there's so much wrapped up into being a musician, and it's your kind of a fleshly dream, so to say, because everybody wants to be able to be a professional musician if that's an aspiration. It's one of those many are called but few are chosen type of things, because the music industry is kind of a tight place to get into. it's
Yep.
it's a hard place to make a career for sure. I've learned that one. But yeah, no, everything aligned with the We As Human project with everybody regarding that. I ended up filling out an application on MySpace back in the day. That's how I got that gig. And we went
Wow.
literally joined that group, and well, I don't think we rehearsed, and then all of a sudden we were getting contacted by a big management company and John Cooper and all that stuff. So that was surreal, man. And like Comatose, dude, I was jammed. That's probably, if we were gonna talk about best Christian rock albums, I would have to probably put that at the top, man. I don't think there's, that's tough. I mean, Pillar, where do we go from here? That would be, I have to put that for a vote. That might be like a legacy award on the Grizzly Awards. Have those albums go up against each other or something. But
Yeah.
but
What
super
would you say the top 5 are? I'm gonna pose it. You gave me the idea. So
man, I don't know, dude. For Christian rock,
yeah.
yeah, I don't. That's tough, man. I don't know
I'm
if I could.
interested because I'm finding out that we like a lot of the same music.
Yeah, I saw like I Christian rock. Yeah, I don't know. That's tricky. That would be Comatose to be up there. Where do we go from here? It'd probably be, yeah, that's another one, and that could be debatable. Fireproof too. That could
Oh
be.
yeah.
I think where do we go from here? They really figured out their sound, the whole, and the production was on point.
They figured
For
out where to go from there.
Yeah, well, they figured out where they needed to go from there. Dude, there's a dad joke right now.
Right?
You
I'm
made 'em
gonna
proud.
clip this and send it to them.
You made them proud, dude. They'll probably send you some free merch or something for that. Gosh, that, yeah, POD, Satellite, like, that's a big album. Yeah, I don't know. Creed, Human Clay. No, I'm joking. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't know if I can do a top 5, man. That's tricky. I know, like, Red, they probably are up there. Under Oath is probably up there. It really just depends. August Burns Red, their second release maybe. I'm terrible with names of albums now, especially with streaming. I just put on songs. Guilty of the same crap that I give people crap for, but yeah, I don't know. But if it was going to come down to a couple, that would probably be it. Demon Hunter too, man. Demon Hunter is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to think about that. I don't know. It's tricky. But
a
music
mighty-
is so subjective. I hate putting like the best. There's like the most influential releases. There's the albums that kind of paved the way for things to happen. Those are probably the ones that are like the most crucial, because there's great albums, but then there are the albums that like help create, like Skillet paved the way for me to be able to do what I'm doing, just because of the connections that they had, and they did for a lot of artists too. So yeah, it's tough. But Pillar, I think Pillar, they just had the rock thing down, man. Like the drummer is incredible, and drums are it, man. With rock music, dude, if you don't have a good drummer, you should just probably hang it up.
Yeah, he has a very distinct sound. Like
He's just good.
You just know it's Lester.
Yeah, he's just good, man. He's just a good drummer. Yeah, so that's,
And
yeah.
they're all still doing what they believe in doing, what they love doing.
Yeah, no, it's a blessing for those guys. He's that
Yeah.
good that he should be doing it
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, no, that's cool. I don't know. I don't know if I could do 5 because I'll scratch my head, but I know that Pillar and Skillet are definitely at the top of the pile for me.
Yeah. I remember seeing Pillar and Skillet at the C Spot Rock tour in 2003.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's
When-
awesome.
Yeah. When they were both still young in their
Kind of young
touring.
bucks.
Yeah. And it was cool. I think there were a couple more bands, Big Dismal. I don't know if you remember them.
Dude, I remember Big Dismal. Yeah.
Yep.
I had their album. I think they only have 1 or 2.
I think they
They have
had one, and then they came out
Okay.
with a couple releases shortly after.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, that
Yeah.
album was great, man. That was like
Yeah.
on rotation all the time. I had Big Dismal, Pillar. Okay, if I did it in order, Pillar was my favorite, Disciple, Big Dismal, Showbread was in there somewhere,
Nice.
and Showbread is, yeah, they're cool, and Family Force 5. Did I say
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. I know. Yeah. They're solid. That's a great live band. I don't know if they're still doing it, but Family Force 5 was always one of those like crowd pleasers. All the other bands would come gather around to watch them just crush the
Yeah.
show.
They were, yeah, they put on a good show. I saw them open for Disciple, and then I saw them after Soul Glow Activator
Nice.
left. He left. I think that was like 2014.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they-
That's when we toured with them after he left.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw them on the Winter Jam tour, and
Nice.
they were still just as solid, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then I think now it's just the two brothers, but they're still
Is that-
going. Yeah.
Are they still going?
From what
Nice.
I've seen, they are.
Right on. Yeah. I don't know. They probably are.
Yeah. But yeah, they were awesome. Showbread was another good one. I didn't get to see them live though. But the
Yeah,
lead singer just put out a book. I listened to the audio book and it was really awesome.
He put out an audiobook.
Yeah, he put out a book and then he did an audio book for
Cool.
it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's very
Awesome.
good, very inspiring. It's called Death to
I-
Deconstruction, and it's basically
Yeah.
about his path of denouncing and then where he ended up and how he didn't denounce Jesus and how just everything that led to that point made his faith so much stronger. So it was
Very cool.
inspiring. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be the theme, man. I gotta say, John Cooper, he was really solid through that whole thing.
Yeah.
He's got a big following, but there was a lot of people like deconstructing. We're at Western Church, man. We need to step it up, man. We have so much to be grateful for, and our society's collapsing around us that it's not the time to deconstruct, it's time to build.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, John Cooper, I gotta give him a shout out. So that was pretty cool to see him. And he's gotten more outspoken, especially with COVID.
Yeah. Is he still doing his podcast?
Yeah, Cooper stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see clips. I don't really listen a lot, but yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I do like
Oh, we
Skillet.
got lag.
Yeah. I
Lag.
know.
Nice.
Well, that's awesome, man. My headphones are falling off me.
Dude, proper fitting headphones are a must in this line of work, my friend. What are those?
These are Behringer.
Behringer? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get a nice pair of that. My dad had some, and I've seen a few guys actually using them. They're like open ear Sennheiser mic headphones.
Oh,
Dude, they sounded so good. They were really expensive back in the day, and I think they still make them or I hope they still make them. I've seen a few guys rocking them. Doesn't really help in a situation where you're trying to be quiet, but having headphones, or trying to be like containing the volume, it wouldn't work in like with a condenser mic in front of it. But yeah, I need to get some. I have a few pairs, and they're thrashed. They've seen a lot of devastation. And they're all like a couple of them where the ears are blown out. So now that I'm getting ready to start recording, I probably should get some more.
I'm pretty sure one of my last pair of these, which is why I stopped buying these up until the podcast, was duct tape.
Duct tape.
Yeah, until it just didn't work anymore.
Dude, if you can make it, like, I love that kind of stuff. I love when you can show that you've used something, a well-worn piece of equipment. That's awesome. That's preferred.
Yep. All right, man. Well, that was awesome. An awesome episode. Awesome getting to
Thanks,
talk to you, man. The game is for fun, and I'm looking forward to, and I'm sure everybody is looking forward to the new music for As We Ascend. And
Thank you.
when you guys do go out on the road, try to come to Jacksonville, Murray Hill Theater.
Totally.
If you could make your way, if you could find a way to book a show more in Florida, do that.
I want to say like one of the last, not the last show that I played, but one of the last shows in Florida. I wasn't with any of my projects. It was a group called Mind Slip, and we opened up for Tremonti.
Oh,
And that was so cool. Dude, he is like the nicest guy ever. He like offered any of his guitars. But I remember just chilling at the beach, and like the Blue Angels flew over, and it's paradise, dude. So yeah, I'm coming.
yeah.
Set us up. A little
Yeah,
tiki hut.
definitely. I'll drive from the Tampa area to Jacksonville.
Oh, you're from, okay, are you in
Yeah.
Tampa?
Yeah,
Tampa's
close.
Cool.
I'm about 45 minutes outside of it, closer to. Yeah, I guess Tampa's the biggest city we're closest to.
You a football guy? You watch football?
No.
Dude.
Just
Well,
for
you
the
got
longest.
a good quarterback who's ready to retire.
Yeah, now we do. It took
Yeah, now you
forever.
Yeah.
But
Right on.
most I'll probably get canceled for dissing on the Bucks, but
Oh,
for the most of my life, they have not been that great of a team to where
Yeah.
I became interested in the sport. Yeah, I blame it on them.
Yeah, I know the Seahawks were like that. I did care because I used to go to games when I was younger. I had friends that had season tickets, and yeah, but and it was one of those. It's hard when your team's terrible to like really be excited.
Yeah.
But now we're just a solid mid-level team that's rebuilding, and I'm stoked about it.
Yeah. Now they win. They got the Super Bowl, and I'm like, yeah, now you do it, you know?
Just the bandwagon's waiting for you, bro. They're waiting they want to take your money. So
And
just
if I jump in now, people are gonna be like, you didn't care about this before.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, whatever. That's the best time, man. Just be controversial. No, dude, no.
I'll go for the other team.
Yeah. Yeah, Jackson. Yeah, Jacksonville, man.
Yeah. Or Miami, to Miami Dolphins.
There you go. Yeah, you guys got a lot of football going on in Florida, so you better get into something up there, down there.
Yep. Yep. So maybe
Cool.
I will one day. Maybe I will go to the Raymond James Stadium.
Just go to a game. I'm not trying to proselytize you because I like sports for me are like a love hate, and I don't pay much attention. I just like to be entertained. Going to the game, though, I will say is that's the perspective that you want to have. The TV things like whatever, but when you can actually go and hang out with people and just lose your mind and scream for a couple hours, like all that pent up aggression that you have in life that you just have been waiting to unleash on somebody, you take it to a football game.
There you go. That's a good
And
idea.
you just scream. You can pick a few players to take your aggression out on, and they can't hear you. And everybody around you agrees with you and pats you on the back. So yeah, it's cool. It's like therapy for me.
That's funny. Hey, did I tell you about the episode we're doing this Thursday? I'm not sure if I.
Yeah,
extended
you
it.
mentioned so Thursday you got Cindy on, you got
Yeah.
Becca.
Yep. Patrick from 3 Days Under.
Okay, sweet.
Nate from Saved by Scarlet. We're just gonna do a fun little Christmas episode on Zoom.
Gonna do some caroling,
Yeah.
some acapella caroling. We're
Hey,
all musicians, right?
We may, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can hold a tune. To be
Yeah,
singers, we better bring our best carol.
we need to. Yeah. We will need to do that. At least one song. That's gonna be
Now
interesting.
that I set this up, I might have to bow
Yeah.
out because I don't want to embarrass myself. I'm just kidding. I'll show. I love to be embarrassed.
Hey,
No, that sounds like
the next
sounds like-
day I'll be embarrassing myself in front of my whole company that I work for. Their
Oh, yeah?
Christmas party. Yeah. Oh yeah. They have karaoke every year, and me and my friend Sean go up and we do a couple songs, and somewhere along the line over the past 6 years, the KJ has given us the name of Nick and the Boys. because it's usually me, Sean, and somebody else. And yeah, we have a blast. Yeah, so we'll
Right
do
on. Well,
something.
that's
Maybe
cool.
we will do something like that on the
Christmas
Christmas
parties
episode.
are
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to jump in if I can. I might be like doing something or cutting a piece of wood or painting something. So
Yeah, that's fine. Set up
Sweet.
a table and do it right there.
Yeah, put it on my workbench.
Yeah, it'll be JFHG TV.
Yes. Dude, I could totally we'll do some whittling together. I'll make some like a crown molding or something or some casing.
There you go.
That's
We'll learn how to do it right here. Yeah, Tony Marks, I believe, will be on. He's from the GR. He's the station manager of GR, and he's been helping out a lot in the Christian music industry with his station. They've been awesome. So I'm going to bring him on. He's been cool enough to give us a weekly spot in rotation for the show on Thursdays, I believe.
oh cool.
Thursday
Awesome.
evening. So I invited him. I sent him the first couple episodes, and I'm going to send him this one. So this would be on there as well.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So we are officially a radio show. So, yeah. It's not just in the name anymore.
Dude, you're big time. Remember us little guys when you're driving your Lambo.
You remember us little guys after you released the As We Ascend CD.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, yeah. You can finance my next Lambo. It'll be you get your syndicated Lambo, and then I'll get my
Okay.
Lambo. I'm gonna get a Lambo. It'll probably be like an 85, and then I'll wrap it with I'll do a cool logo on top of it.
Yeah, you put your logo. I'll draw it. I'll draw your logo. We'll do.
I can grow a really sweet mustache, and then I'll get like a vintage Lambo. Like I'll fly over to the Emirates and find one that's broken down in someone's alley, and then I'll have to ship it back. That's probably the only way that I'll ever get a Lambo.
We'll take one of the hand-drawn As We Ascend logos that I did for Tic-Tac-Toe.
Yeah.
I like the one with the lowercase W better.
Yeah, we can make a whole rap out of it, dude. We can just rap my Lambo.
And then we can rap about it.
We could.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that. Dude, me rapping? Wow. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. I think I've tried a few times, but
I thought I was good back in 2019, and I've gotten better at it since. And I went back and I listened to the stuff that I put out in 2019, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? One of the songs we're redoing now, and it's so much more metal, and it had this goofy beat when we did it in the studio. There's a difference of who you work with when you're
right.
You can definitely. I wrote this song to be like how it is now.
Yeah.
But we recorded it back then with a much more mellow musician. The guy is a musical genius. But we put this little like and it sounded cool at the time. But since we revamped the song, I went back and I listened to it, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh gosh.
That's just life, man. I think Jake has the saying, like, just dare to suck. You just gotta, if you're gonna suck, you just gotta own it and then live with it and let it be a part of you. And
I remember when I first decided to start rapping, I reached out to a Christian rapper and I started talking to him and tried to get some pointers from him and started sending him the song that we were working on, same song. And first day I sent it to him, he's like, yeah, this is good. Go back to the studio and do it better. And I'm like, all right. So I went back to the studio the next day. Thought I did it better. So I sent it to him again. I'm like, check it out now. He's like, yeah, sounds good. It's a little better, but your flow could be tighter. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go back to the studio the next day. I'm doing this on my lunch break.
Yeah.
And we do what we're doing. I send it to him and he's just like, dude, look, man, you sound like a 40-year-old dad on YouTube. That's trying to be funny, but the song's not. It's a very serious song. Like, you're getting your message across, but
yeah, You had to have a heart to heart with
Yeah,
you.
he's like, "You're just not good." And I'm like, "Wow,
Cool. You've just like
thanks."
you've described to me like a different like 3 different scenarios that are so a producer, right? There's the like you're in the happy phase where it's oh that's so good, let's do it again. And then oh no, that was pretty killer. And then let's do it again. You keep then you get the hang like, oh okay, this sucks, but you just don't want to say it because you don't want to wreck the vibe.
Yeah.
But then you got the guys who are like they break you down like a drill sergeant. There's some guys like the more legendary producers. One comes to mind. I won't say his name, but and he's amazing. But he'll break you down just to tears. And then yeah. Oh, I got a delivery, special delivery for my wife. Oh, my dog's here. But yeah, just tear you down, just make you and then they can it's like a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
You are green. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I suck. Oh, I should quit. I don't want to be a musician anymore. And then the next day they give you a back rub and here's a new guitar. Strings are brand new. And oh, here, this microphone's got your name on it. We love you. We just wanted to break you down. So there's a few different approaches, but yeah, you run the gamut when you work with different people. You can see how they work.
Yeah. I should have listened
And
to him honestly and not released it and just should have waited until it was ready, until we had it the way that we wanted it. But I didn't have the band that I had. And we're nowhere near each other. So we're doing this all
Yeah.
remotely. We're hoping that one day we could set up time to at least rehearse in person.
There's no excuses for getting the music done now with the
Yeah.
technology.
Exactly. Yeah. And we use Soundtrap to do it. It's not my favorite, but it works and it's been doing a pretty decent job.
Soundtrap, is that like a file exchange type thing?
Soundtrap.com. It's like an online recording.
Like
adult-
okay.
Yeah.
I know that Cubase has a few live connections that you can do where everybody can be synced up and you can run sessions remotely, which we need to do that. And we talked about doing that and it will happen. But is it like that where it's everybody's synced together?
I will show you exactly what it's like.
Sweet. Send me a might change my life.
I'm going to share my screen. So can you see that? Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. Like this is the one that I was talking about. So I think I'm paying like $17 a month for everything.
It's not bad if it's a game changer.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We recorded all of this, all my parts, all the vocals and everything I recorded straight to this. But like
so it's acting like a DAW.
Yeah. Let me get rid of this.
Now, and then do you just export all the WAV files to your other DAW, or
So
you actually produce it in this platform?
I actually, I guess you can call it, produce it in this platform. My guitarist will export the tracks out and put it into his preferred DAW.
Yeah.
And do his mixing in there and then send it back to me. I'll throw it back in this and then just mess with it till we get it to where it sounds good. And then I send it back to him to do some mastering work. But yeah, that's our creative process. But
I think Cubase has a remote like link where everybody can sync up, and I need to know this because
they do, from what I've heard, because one of the drummers we were working with, he uses Cubase. Oh no, he uses something else, but Cubase is the studio platform that one of my ex-bandmates uses in his studio. And I love Cubase. And I think there is something on there where you can link up.
Yeah, Cubase is awesome. So we'll have to figure it out. I know Robert's in the industry, so he's just Pro Tools all the way, but we're all Cubase guys, at least Jake and I. Jake basically taught me how to use Cubase. So Jake was producing before We As Human. I've learned a lot from Jake.
Yeah,
he's the guy. If you want your stuff to sound amazing, go to Jake. He will make it sound amazing.
That's cool. Is he responsible for all the amazing sounds?
No, we all collaborate. We're all producers. Yes, he did the mix. Robert did the mastering. We all performed our parts. We all edited, and like I edit? I think I did. I edited quite a bit of stuff and added like the synths and all the cool background effects and production elements, stuff like that. And we produced each other too. So when we were like, if he was doing a vocal, I'd be working the DAW, and then vice versa. We'd switch off. But yeah, Jake did the heavy lifting as far as the mix, and I'm sure it'll probably be the same this time.
That's awesome.
We'll see. I'm a Robert might mix some songs too. I don't know.
Cool.
I might try my hand at it. I did the Bayless album. I mixed that, and that turned out really cool. The first album.
Oh, that's cool.
They have another album coming out, but yeah, I got to mix that. That was a fun project. So Jake was proud of me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've got a sound. I've got a thing I go for, but we're all crafty. We all have our little things that we do, our little doodads and our plugins that we enjoy, entertain ourselves with.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
So, thanks for showing me that. I'll have to check it out. I think the downside for us with something like that is that we all know if we're both on Cubase, we're going to want to rely on all the plugins and things that we have.
Yeah,
and I use like universal audio stuff too, which actually that might be the way to do it too. Because if I was using a platform like that, I could just go through my Apollo unit and then send it into that. But that's fun. It's nerdy.
It's awesome. Nerdy. It's got a bunch of mix-in synths and all these different sounds, and depending on what you sign up for, they have a free one too if you just want to go on there and mess around with it.
Cool.
And they also have a podcasting side, which I don't use that. I use Anchor for the podcasting, but I do use Soundtrap. I upload the files to Soundtrap, and then I get the final mix off of it. So I do use it. I just don't use their podcasting side. I do that more on the studio side. But they do have a podcast thing where it will
have a little disclaimer. By sending this to our site, we now own the rights to everything that you will ever do for the rest of eternity.
I'll have to look for something like that.
You got to read that. You got to make sure, because you might already be like popular over in like Afghanistan or something.
Hey, you know what? If that's a way of reaching people.
Yeah, that's right on.
Thanks so much for coming on here, man.
Yeah,
I had a blast, and hopefully could see you on the Christmas episode on Thursday. That'll be fun.
Sweet. Yeah, I'll try. I'll get on there.
All right. Well, thanks, man. God bless, and have a good night.
Take care. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.